Stranger Things fans have been predicting Season 5 plot twists for years, and some of these theories turned out to be shockingly accurate. From character deaths to power reveals to major story connections, the fandom called it before the Duffer Brothers even dropped the first episodes. Today, we're breaking down 15 Season 5 fan theories that actually came true and proved the internet knows this show better than anyone. Let's dive in. The biggest theory that came true is that Steve Harrington would survive Season 5. For years, fans have been terrified that Steve would die, and the internet was flooded with death predictions. Every trailer, analysis, and Reddit thread had people convinced this was Steve's final season. But many fans, including myself in one of my previous videos, called that Steve would make it through. Season 5 confirmed we were right. Steve is alive and thriving, proving that not every fan favorite has to die for emotional impact. The Duffer Brothers heard the fans, and Steve's plot armor held strong. Fans theorized for years that Will Byers would finally get powers, and Season 5 delivered exactly that. Ever since Will was possessed by the Mind Flayer in Season 2, viewers predicted his connection to the Upside Down would manifest as abilities. Reddit was filled with theories about Will becoming powerful enough to fight back. In Season 5, Will unlocks Vecna-like powers and uses them to destroy demogorgons. The moment he channels that dark energy and obliterates the creatures, fans celebrated being right all along. Will went from victim to weapon, and the fandom saw it coming from miles away. After Max's death scene in Season 4, fans immediately theorized she wasn't truly gone but trapped inside Vecna's mind. The theory exploded across social media, with viewers pointing out that Vecna consumes his victims, and Max's consciousness could still exist in his mindscape. Season 5 confirmed this when Holly Wheeler finds Max trapped in Henry Creel's memory dimension, called Camazotz. Max is alive in a twisted psychological prison, and the fans who refused to believe she was dead turned out to be completely correct. The Duffer Brothers planted those clues, and the internet picked up on every single one. Callie's return was one of the most wanted theories since her controversial episode in Season 2. Fans loved the character of 8 and spent years begging for her comeback. Many theorized she would return to help 11 or play a role in the final battle. Season 5 brought her back in Episode 4 when Hopper and 11 discover the military has kidnapped her and is holding her in their upside-down base. They're using her powers to create 11's kryptonite, a sonic weapon that neutralizes their abilities. The theory came true, but with a darker twist than fans expected. Callie is back, and her powers are being weaponized against the heroes. LGBTQ fans specifically theorized that Will Byers and Robin Buckley would bond over their shared experiences as queer characters. Social media was filled with hopes that these two would finally have scenes together where they understood each other. Season 5 delivered this beautifully when Will and Robin team up throughout multiple episodes. Robin shares her story of self-acceptance and her words about identity, and being true to yourself help Will unlock his powers at the end of the first volume. The representation fans wanted became a crucial plot point, and the scene hit exactly the way theorists predicted it would. Sometimes the fandom writes better arcs than expected. The Upside Down being frozen on the 6th of November 1983 sparked endless theories about what that specific date meant. Fans connected it to the moment Will disappeared and the gate opened, theorizing it represented the exact second the Upside Down was created. Season 5 confirms that the Upside Down is frozen at the moment it came into existence, and that date holds massive significance for the final battle. The fans who obsessed over that detail and made timeline charts were proven right. The Duffer Brothers don't put random dates in their show, and the theorists knew it. Holly Wheeler having a major role was predicted by fans who noticed the Duffer Brothers giving her more screen time in promotional material. Viewers theorized that the youngest Wheeler would finally matter to the plot after being background decoration for 4 seasons. Season 5 confirmed this in a huge way. Holly gets lured into the Upside Down and ends up in Vecna's mindscape, where she finds Max. She displays connection to powers and the book A Wrinkle in Time that she reads in class, with references to Mr. Whatsit, who represents Vecna. The fans who said Holly would be important were spot on, and she's now a key player in the endgame. Dungeons & Dragons fans came up with a wild theory about the numbers 11. 8 and 1 adding up to 20, which is a natural 20 inches the game, representing a critical hit that defeats the final boss. They theorized that 11 plus 8 plus Will, whose powers would make him 1, would combine for the ultimate victory. Season 5 set this up perfectly by making all three powered characters active at the same time. The D&D math that seemed like a stretch is actually becoming the story's framework. Fans who understand the game predicted how the Duffer Brothers would structure the finale. The final theory from our original list is that someone from the core group would finally be in real danger. For years, fans complained that new characters die, but the original cast always survives. Theorists predicted Season 5 would break that pattern and put actual stakes on the main characters. Season 5 delivers on this with multiple core group members facing mortal danger throughout the episodes. The plot armor is cracking, and fans who wanted real consequences are getting exactly what they asked for. The Duffer Brothers heard the criticism and raised the stakes to terrifying levels. Jonathan and Nancy breaking up was a theory that divided the fandom, but many saw it coming. Fans noticed the distance between them growing in Season 4, and theorized their relationship wouldn't survive the final season. Reddit threads debated whether they would stay together or go their separate ways. Season 5 delivered the breakup in Episode 6 with their unproposal scene where they mutually decide to end things. The Duffer Brothers confirmed they're officially broken up, and fans who predicted this bittersweet ending were proven right. Sometimes love isn't enough, and the show respected that reality. Dustin's grief over Eddie defining his character arc was predicted the moment Eddie died. Fans knew Dustin would struggle with survivor's guilt, and theorized his entire Season 5 story would revolve around processing that loss. Season 5 confirmed this beautifully. Dustin becomes angry and reckless, fights with Steve over his behavior, and channels his pain into honoring Eddie's memory. His graduation speech, where he flips off the principal and reveals his Hellfire Club shirt underneath his gown, is the perfect tribute fans predicted. The theory that Eddie's death would haunt Dustin came true in the most emotional way possible. The military, being major antagonists, was theorized heavily after Season 4. Fans predicted the government would escalate their hunt for 11 and become as dangerous as the upside-down creatures. Season 5 delivers on this completely. The military captures Kali and holds her in their upside-down base, using her illusion powers to create a sonic weapon that neutralizes 11's abilities. They become one of the biggest threats in the entire season. Fans who said the human villains would be just as terrifying as the monsters were absolutely correct. The Duffer Brothers made the government the true enemy. Will building the tunnels in Season 2 was a long-running theory that finally got confirmed. Fans theorized for years that when Will was possessed by the Mind Flayer, he was being used to create the tunnel system under Hawkins. Season 5 confirms this, when Vecna calls Will his builder, and reveals that Will was manipulated by the hive mind while he slept. The tunnels weren't random. They were Will's construction under Vecna's control. Reddit threads from 2017 predicting this were proven correct 7 years later. The Duffer Brothers had this planned all along, and patient fans who stuck with the theory were vindicated. The final theory is that the Upside Down is a wormhole, and not another dimension. Science-focused fans analyzed Mr. Clark's explanations about gates and dimensional travel from Season 1, and theorized the Upside Down wasn't a separate world but a bridge. Season 5 confirms this through Dustin, who explains the Upside Down is a wormhole connecting Earth to the abyss. It's not a parallel dimension, but a pathway through time and space. The fans who made diagrams and wrote essays about wormhole physics based on throwaway lines from Season 1 turned out to be completely correct. The Duffer Brothers planted those seeds from the very beginning, and the theorists caught every single one. That's everything for today's breakdown. If you enjoyed this video, leaving a like would help out a lot, and subscribing ensures you never miss future Stranger Things content. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.